Boys, next weekend we're all the way out in Abu Dhabi for Robert Whittaker versus Reinier, and you would think that UFC 318 was the actual pay-per-view for the month of July. No, it is not. It is this card right here. This is where the real bangers are going to be had. Now, for the main event, we have Robert Whittaker, who's 26-8, middleweight, against Reinier, the new pickup from One Championship, who's 20-2. Listen, Reinier is coming off of being an absolute superhero and making Bo Nickel change sports. If you haven't heard, Bo Nickel, after getting absolutely embarrassed by RDR and RDR made Bo Nickel look like an absolute quitter. Let's keep it for real. Bo Nickel went out and just went to wrestling. So you know what? I'm going to go do some freestyle wrestling. I need to get my hand raised before I go back into the octagon. Reinier made a man change sports. Listen, he's going to be fighting Robert Whittaker. Robert Whittaker, we know, as the gatekeeper of 185. He's the gatekeeper of 185. Since 2015, this dude has only lost to Israel Adesanya, Dricus du Plessis, and Khamzat Chimaev. All right? Great accolades coming from this dude. Beating up Darren Till, beating up Jared Cannonier, Kevin Gastelum, Marvin. I could just go on and on and on. I'm not naming the Paulo Costa fight. I cannot believe he beat up Paulo Costa. I'm just going to erase that from my brain. Anyways, in Robert Whittaker's last fight, he had all of his front teeth removed by Khamzat Chimaev. Khamzat Chimaev put a face crank on Robert Whittaker, and the pressure that Khamzat Chimaev had, he just squeezed his head like a watermelon, and all of his teeth just bursted out of Robert Whittaker's face. Okay? Reports are coming out that Khamzat Chimaev has made a necklace from all of these teeth, and he wears them during sparring sessions. That is the rumor coming from the Khamzat Chimaev camp. Now, Robert Whittaker has only lost to straight savages, people who have went on to win the belt, excluding Khamzat Chimaev, because we know Khamzat Chimaev is going to lose to DDP. So this is a big test for RDR, a massive test for RDR. Listen, he's on a 3-fight winning streak in the UFC. This would be his 4th fight in the UFC, and he's already a main event. He's already, I was going to say pay-per-view, but he's already a main event. That's a great sign. How many other people under contract are hitting 5-round fights? This is going to be a 5-round fight. There are a lot of ways that I could see RDR getting victory here. Obviously, like I just said, Robert's last fight ended in his teeth falling out of his face because he got caught in a face crank. Okay? So, RDR, being the jiu-jitsu specialist he is, I think he's going to go out there and submit Robert Whittaker, but who knows, because he stood there and struck with Bo Nickel, but that's not really any accolades. You kind of stood there and struck with Bo Nickel. Do you get what I'm saying here? But I am excited. I am excited for this fight, boys. Whoever wins this is getting the winner of DDP versus Khamzat Chimaev. Now, if Khamzat somehow wins this by whatever circumstances that may be, and Robert ends up coming out on top, nobody's watching that. But Reinier, a little backstory, has trained with Khamzat Chimaev before, has trained with DDP before. He's known both of these dudes, and honestly, his own opinion, he says that he believes that DDP is going to beat up Khamzat Chimaev. That's coming from a dude who has physically felt both of these men. No diddy, okay? RDR has a bunch of paths to victory here. I would say, why don't we just shoot 100 takedowns and take him down? Let's just take Robert Whittaker down. Let's hope that he has a little bit of PTSD from getting that face crank by Khamzat Chimaev in the first round, and let's use that to our advantage. But knowing RDR, he has a few tricks up his bag. He might go out there and hit him with a flying knee. You know, RDR, in my opinion, is Mini DDP. He's known by some syllables, okay? RDR, okay? Hey, DDP, it's a little acronym going on. We got some acronyms going on. It's syllables, but he's a little baby DDP. I think he's going to go out there and destroy Robert Whittaker. I will never forget the night on Twitter on July 8th, 2023, when DDP went out there and knocked out Robert Whittaker. I will never forget that. That was a night to remember. Then Robert Whittaker goes on to beat Paulo Costa. After Robert Whittaker eats a spinning heel kick to the dome and gets wobbled, and Paulo Costa stands there and stares at him and doesn't chase the finish. This is going to be a good fight. There's going to be some storylines to tell here. Robert Whittaker has been dying to hold the fucking UFC championship belt. He's been giving 2 opportunities to fight for the belt. And then he's been giving countless countless #1 contendership opportunities. Absolutely countless. That Ikram fight was #1 contender. Hamza fight was #1 contender. That Marvin fight was supposed to be like a #1 contender fight. There's so many fights that Robert Whittaker's in that's supposed to be a #1 contendership. So if he ends up getting it out, getting it done, either way, it's going to be a rematch for Robert Whittaker. He's going to go either after DDP or Hamza. And both of those dudes took Robert out super early. So I don't see Robert winning this fight at all. At all. Again, boys, we are in the new era of UFC. Reinier the Ritter is here to bring that era in. This is the era of the new guard. The old guard shall be washed away. Hey, that's just kind of how it goes. But boys, I am excited for the real pay-per-view of the summer. Everybody's excited for this Dustin retirement fight. What about this Abu Dhabi card, boys? Just a little quick breakdown real quick. We got Shara Magomedov versus Marc-André Barriou. Peter Yan's on here. Marcus McGee. Bryce Mitchell going all the way down to 135. There's some good storylines in this card. Nikita Krylov versus Bogdan Gustav. Ibo Alajan. We got some savages on here, man. Martin Buday. I didn't even know Martin Buday's on here. Asu Alamanabayev, who I absolutely don't like, is on here. He's opening up the card. He just came off of having a main event. That's hilarious. Asu Alamanabayev came off of having a main event against Manuel Kepe, and he did so rash, so absolutely just garbage, that they put him in the opening prelim bout. It's going to be Asu Alamanabayev versus Jose Ochoa. Before it was supposed to be Asu Alamanabayev versus Raman Tamirov, but Raman decided to pull out. And then we were supposed to get Mozavar Evloev versus Aaron Pico, but then Mozavar Evloev pulled out. Mozavar, that was a free W. That was a free dubski. That was a free dubski for you. It's okay, because normally Mozavar goes through this all the time. He wins a fight, he gets another fight announced, that fight gets canceled. He wins a fight, another fight gets announced, that fight gets... That's his whole career at this point, Mozavar Evloev. Literally. But, boys, this card's pretty good. We got Damone Blackshear on here. We got Damone Blackshear. Amanda Ribas. Amanda Ribas is on here. But I'm excited to see the Shara Magomedov return. I thought Shara was blind. I heard rumors that after MVP beat up Shara, that he quit, that Shara quit. He quit UFC, quit MMA, that he was blind in both eyes and no commission would approve him. That was the rumor that was floating Twitter after he lost to MVP. So I would like to see how he goes out there and performs for sure. And there's just so, I'm telling you, I know I'm repeating myself. Peter Yan versus Marcus McGee. Bryce Mitchell at 135 pounds versus Said Nurmagomedov. Come on, boys. This is going to be the card of the summer. Well, the card of July. The card of July. The card of the summer was, that, oh my God, that card near Iran. Azerbaijan. That Azerbaijan card was literally the card of the summer. It takes me a little bit to get the cogs up here spinning, but when they start spinning, I got it on point. All right? Listen, boys. Shout out to everybody's fighting this weekend in UFC 318, but the Abu Dhabi card is looking a lot better. Hey, out of here. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, boys. It means a lot. It means the world. Your boy E-Rock over here. Seriously, I'm scrolling. I'll be responding to everybody. I see a comment when I wake up. Makes my day for real. Anyways, boys, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Sorry for the past. I didn't post any videos the past 2 days. I was a little busy, but my heart here with y'all. Okay, we're on the E-Rock Super Goblin channel. I post shorts every single, even if I don't post a full length edited YouTube video, you will see me on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, busting down the content mobily. All right, I'm out of here, boys. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace out.